People can't bring themselves to believe that reclaiming our world and getting to sustain ourselves indefinitely is within our reach as people, almost no matter what government and big business try to do, because in the end, they need us consuming their things. So the easiest solution, and a lot of these I talk about in Team Human, is, to just do less, go local, go social. When I was a kid, we were lower middle class, or certainly working middle class. And we lived in Queens, New York. And there was one barbecue at the end of the block. And I remember on the weekend, like Friday night, someone would torch it up. And my mom could send me to the end of the block with a couple of Hebrew National hot dogs and buns. And I'd give it to like Selma Solomon or Helene Miller, and they would cook it for me on the grill, and I'd eat the hot dog, and everybody's around just eating their stuff. And I understood the barbecue as this communal activity and blah, blah, and we're living in Queens. And my dad, right, get to better neighborhoods, better public schools, better this, better that. We moved to Larchmont and then to Scarsdale and in Westchester, these sort of nicer places. And there was no barbecue at the end of the block. There was no public space at the end of it. Everyone had their own barbecue. And instead of barbecuing with the Joneses, now we're kind of barbecuing against the Joneses. Oh, we have porterhouse. They have filet mignon. We get Kobe. They get lobster. It's like, you're smelling, what do they have over the hedge there? And the barbecue became an isolated solo experience. So already, I remember feeling like I was the family in Lost in Space. We're in our own little cocoon, where everybody who rings the bell is a stranger. Well, we can undo that. We can start super simple, rather than everyone on the block buying their own minimum viable product version of a lawnmower at Home Depot. Why don't we have our block buy one good lawnmower that we all share? So we're buying 1/10 of the lawnmowers, which is a problem for the economy as we know it, right? The lawnmower company is not going to do as well, but the people who make really good lawnmowers are going to do fine. And our community is going to do fine, because it turns out you really only need one lawnmower per block, because most of us don't mow lawns more than a couple of hours a week, if we're even mowing lawns anymore. But it reverses everything. And then all of a sudden we're sharing things. We're sharing tools. We're sharing stuff. We are not obligated to keep the market growing, and we can easily relieve ourselves of the obligation to win and escape once we realize that winning is not the object of the game. The object of the game is to keep the game going. Winning means ending the game and separating from the loser. Whereas what you want to do is keep playing. So it's really that. It's re-engaging with people, realizing every moment you spend enjoying somebody, talking, playing cards, making love, singing, you're not engaged in the market. You're engaged in being human.